Hey everybody, and welcome to the Midweek check-in for April 27th through May 3rd of 2025. As always with these, take a resonance if it doesn't. If you'd like a personalized read, it's the Mitaka Experience on Facebook. So the Midweek check-in is basically keep going strong. Headstrong, the song comes on to mind here. There's a lot of feeling like fixing things with glue when the problem calls for duct tape. So working on your analogies, working on your wording, working on your conflict resolutions, being more understanding and empathetic rather than judgmental and biased, especially towards yourself and towards other people, especially holding family to a higher standard or using relative bias to manipulate the circumstances. There's a lot of financial loss happening right now due to gaining a relationship that isn't for you, or gaining knowledge that you weren't meant to grasp at that particular moment, or something that just wasn't meant to be the way it is now. I know there's a lot of fixation on that. There's a lot of shift of focus that's required from a lot of us, and a lot of manipulation and control tactics going on due to fear of oppression, or fear of erasure, or fear of marginalization, especially with draconic orders or reptilian beings or otherworldlies that resort to violence when they don't get their way. Non-conforming conformity and conforming non-conformation. Yes, that's a tongue tie twister there. There's a lot of backing down and saying one thing, acting out another way, or saying something and then when it comes down to acting on it, not seeing a purpose. Find your purpose, find people's purposes within your life, because the divine connections of soul ties and family bonds are going to stay strong until you figure them out properly. You may be missing a detail. You may be having a massive oversight of something so simple that it could smack you in the face and you'd still say it's wrong. There's a lot of metaphysical growth going on, a lot of adapting going on, especially for altruistic mindsets and those that think for creative arts, the mark of an artist, or brooding nature, isolation for the sake of art. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and art and beauty take its own form. Learning through art pieces like poetry, stories, movies, musicals, music itself, dreams, active imagination, remote viewing, and even astral projection. Learning through meditations with your animal guides and your anthropomorphic spirits and your animatronic guardians. Being able to think with quick, decisive actions instead of indecisiveness. It does look like there's a lot of dragonfly symbolism and moth symbolism and butterfly symbolism, so a lot of flight and levitation needs practice, a lot of spirit and a lot of air magic, a lot of astral beings around you that you may not see, or that may not see you unless you do something or you think really hard, like the delta brainwave basically. So watch your thought process, work on your law of thought, work on your word choice, especially for those that have possession powers like mediumship and possession ability and soul morphing and necromancy. It could even be a hint at DID, or a nod to OSDD, or a form of spiritual blackout. Soul reincarnation, soul rebirth, inheritances gained and lost based on what you do in the spirit versus what you do in person. You may not say what you think because you're thinking something and then you reframe it by saying it, but you're still responsible for the thought being in your head. So working on your thought process and working on your telepathic powers comprehension skills, processing skills, speech therapy, talk therapy. Don't fall for the lies. Don't fall for the mass chaos and confusion. Don't fall prey to the hive mentality and the mob mindset of others. Don't get the mafia involved, and if the mafia is involved, deal with it and act accordingly. Due to your own morals. There's a lot of gray areas and a lot of grays sticking out. A lot of like silver spooning and feeling like second place and giving yourself second place to other people. This includes your kids. Giving other people power over your autonomy or your choices. This includes if women don't feel safe because you don't look like a woman, or a man feels uncomfortable with you in the men's bathroom because you don't look like a man, or somebody that looks trans that isn't trans is making you feel uncomfortable, so now you have to get them fired. So basically watching your transphobia, watching your homophobia, watching your xenophobia will be immensely powerful, especially with your fear of uncertainty, your fear of not understanding, and your fear of change. Fighting your confirmation bias is feeding your ego. So just learn to navigate in a way that is befitting of cardinal rules. Follow the golden rule, follow the cardinal directions, and seek clarity. Nature hikes, physical activities, and outdoor jobs like nature centers, raptor centers, pilots, army, etc. I'm not naming all of them because I can't sit here all day and name all of them. It looks like there's going to be some limitations on timing, or limitations due to timing restrictions. Take some time with metaphysics, take some time with spirit, take some time by yourself. Think deeply and contemplate about your soul path and your religious biases and your conditioning based on indoctrination of the Catholic Church or a past life that went to a church that no longer serves you. Or in the past, one church serves you, and now you have to find a different faith, and you found your own direction. Keep your faith, but move it in the direction of your core beliefs. Your core beliefs are part of who you are, and it will help you take off in a sense, especially for 747s through 753s. It looks like there's going to be some form of redemption that can be sought, as long as one is willing to take the plunge. But if they avoid and deflect accountability and keep blaming other people for their choices, or saying that their choices matter more than other people's protection, then that's when it becomes a problem. There's a lot of hate speech going on that we need to rise above, especially for selfishness and those that are single that feel like, okay, well, it's better to be single than with someone that doesn't love you. So, spiritual narcissism is strong this week, especially for those that work with like demonic guides or darker entities, or the strict black and white thinking of angels and gods of white light and white and visions. Clairvoyants and seers especially are going to be affected. Psychics that have imprinted visions or dream seers are going to be very powerful as well. Dream walkers, dream weavers, and subconscious work is very valid and very important to clear out the karma and help you complete that lesson that you were supposed to learn this week to heal the globe. Because you healing yourself in inner world will heal the outer world, and knowing what happens on the outer world will help you heal your inner world. But that's what I'm getting for midweek check-in for the 27th of April through May 3rd of 2025. As always with these, take what resonates and if it doesn't. Thanks for joining.